All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is Dr. Nico Rocco here with Dr. Thad Swales. We're getting into our presentation for April 2020. This is our monthly health talk, and today, due to the current goings on in the country and in the world, we're going to talk about boosting your immune system, which is something that everyone can benefit from nowadays, especially with the COVID-19, the coronavirus going on right now. We all want to have a properly working, properly functioning immune system, and always better to have it boosted, have it functioning like it should, than not functioning as well as it could. So, thanks for joining in with us. Thanks for coming in, and we're going to get right into it. So, the immune system, just a little rundown here. The immune system is the body's defense against germs, against viruses, bacteria, fungus, parasites. The immune system is always working. It's working 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, never takes a day off, fortunately for us. It's going to patrol the body via the bloodstream and the lymphatic system, and so it's always going around your body looking for things that aren't supposed to be there, looking for germs and viruses, bacteria, things like that.
The immune system misconceptions. The biggest one probably is fever. And any time we've heard, fever, through our lifetime, it always meant something bad. And the first thing we want to do is to reduce it. And that's really working against what your body wants to do. When it recognizes these attackers, it increases the temperature. And that also increases the speed that your body will go after whatever is causing the problem. In fact, for every degree your temperature goes above normal, your immune system responds twice as fast. So when we lower that artificially, yes, it's going to temporarily make that person feel better, but you're actually inhibiting the body from dealing with what it wants to do. It's mounting the troops to go after what's causing the problem. And so when that fever spikes, those troops are in place, and that's when it goes in there and knocks them out. The heat doesn't allow the virus or whatever the immune system's going after to not reproduce under the ideal conditions it needs. So that fever is very important, and again, very key to the function of the whole immune system.
So coughing and sneezing, and two other things that your body does, utilizes the immune system to to help your body rid itself of these intruders, these attackers. The coughs, they're going to expel enough air from your lungs to fill a 2-liter bottle. These are traveling at speeds of 50 miles per hour. These are expelling 3,000 droplets. And so all the more reason to cover your mouth when you're coughing. This is big right now with the coronavirus, people wearing masks, things like that. These things are coming out of your mouth for a reason. You want to get them away from your body if possible. But if you're in a crowded space, don't start coughing all over everyone and coughing into the open air. Use the vampire cough into your elbow, cough into a handkerchief, something like that. That's gonna absorb those droplets, those viruses that could be coming out, viruses that could be getting expelled from your body. Same with the sneezes. The sneezes are going to travel at speeds up to 200 miles per hour, which is ridiculous. 200 miles an hour for a sneeze. Can't even comprehend really how fast that is. Most of us have never even driven 200 miles per hour. I've probably driven 110 miles an hour at the fastest, and so, and that's don't tell any police about that. So, like we said, these processes, these are designed for a reason, to get things out of your body and do it fast, do it expediently. And so, taking things or taking products or taking over-the-counter drugs that are going to decrease your coughing. Your body's coughing for a reason. So why would you take something to decrease that cough? Sneezing. Why would you limit yourself sneezing when that's happening for a reason? And so we want to, through this improving your immune system, we want to get you to think and work with your body rather than work against it. So
And another way there the body gets rid of things, and it's from the other end, is of course diarrhea. Um, your body flushes these substances out, and again, function isn't always pleasant. It isn't always convenient. But when your body's trying to get rid of some type of uh, organism that's in there causing harm, it's the most expedient way it can do it. It's no different if you regurgitate or throw up. Your body wants it out, but we've been, because it's not so convenient, and we were taught to take substances that keep this stuff in. If you had an upset stomach, take a pretty pink potion, and it keeps all this stuff in you, and plus adds more on top of it. A lot of times, if you do have diarrhea, you'll take something that stops that process, and your body's saying, "Hey, I want this out because it's going to cause harm." So you have your body recognize that it has proteins in the digestive tract who increases the water content, and again, it just gets it flushed out. And that's why it's very important, if this is something you're dealing with, to make sure you stay hydrated, because your body is eliminating a lot of water, and you have to replenish that even more. It's more importantly, so it keeps all the functions doing what they're supposed to do throughout your body. So again, understand that health is essentially how well you function, not necessarily how well you feel. And function, again, isn't always pleasant or convenient, but from the body standpoint, it's exactly what it wants to do. And we try to override that body's internal intelligence with what we call educated intelligence. That's kind of where we get in trouble, because we really interfere and kind of get in our own way trying to get over these things. So understand about the function, and you'll understand about health a lot better.
So some of the things that the immune system is weakened by, stress being a big one, especially nowadays. The last 3 weeks we've been inundated with a lot more stress. Businesses closing down, activities, ways that you can get rid of your stress have been closing down, gyms and tattoo parlors, things like that. So a lot of people, the stress is just piling up, and so that's going to weaken the immune system. Another thing that's going to weaken the immune system is poor nutrition, lack of proper rest, dehydration, and the big one, especially here in this office, is going to be vertebral subluxation, which is just a fancy way of saying that a bone is out of place in your spine that is pinching on a nerve. That nerve is your body's way that your body communicates with itself, and so that, like Dr. Thad was just saying, that's how your body is functioning. If your body's trying to do something and the nerve is pinching the main communication pathway, your body's not going to do it as well as it could if that communication was clear. And so it's all about clearing up those nerves, clearing up that nerve supply, and making sure that nerve supply can get to where it's supposed to go. The other end of that nerve, whether it be an organ, whether it be a cell, whether it be a tissue, it needs to know how to function, and the way it does that is by the brain coordinating that function.
Okay, now there's ways to enhance our immune system that are very simple to implement and will definitely help you, especially at this point where we have this crisis, where your immune system is going to be the thing that takes care of this. So you want to make sure it's firing on all cylinders. Again, the chiropractic adjustment, that's what coordinates it. Your nervous system runs all systems, including the immune system. So it's very important to have your nervous system checked to make sure that it's getting the communication so it can do its job. It just has to have a proper nerve supply like all of them do. So make sure you make it in for your chiropractic appointments. Don't wait for back pain to bring you in. This isn't a pain issue. This is a function issue. And by the time pain occurs, that nerve is cut down about 50%. So it's at 49%. You don't have any pain, but that immune system's only working about half. And right now you want it full bore. So get those chiropractic adjustments.
Another way is going to be water and hydration. Like we just said with diarrhea, diarrhea is a process of the body that is going to rid it of bacteria, of viruses, of things that aren't supposed to be in there, essentially. And so this would go along with that. Water and hydration. You want to make sure that your body is fully hydrated. Water is going to be essential for all of your antibodies to circulate properly. It also allows for removal of waste as things are quote-unquote killed. You want a good rule of thumb is going to be to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every day. If you weigh about 200 pounds, that's going to mean you're drinking about 100 ounces of water per day. And adjust from there. So if you're less than 200 pounds, you're going to be under 100 ounces. If you're more than 200 pounds, you're going to be over 100 ounces. But that's a pretty easy rule of thumb. And I always recommend, too, on days that you get adjusted, that you drink a little bit more water. Your body's going to need a little extra water to help flush your system out, help lubricate all those joints, help rehydrate the cushions in between the bones, rehydrate those joint spaces. And so water really comes into play with the immune system, but with every system of the body. That's very, very important.
Okay, and proper diet and nutrition. Now, again, during these times, you really want to stress that you want to make sure you're eating good, healthy foods. I know, if you're quarantined, like most people are right now, eating is probably one of the major activities of the day. And sure, we like to enjoy some fun food, but you really want to concentrate on eating properly and proper nutrition and good foods as well. So try to eat foods, especially that are high in vitamin C, lemons, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and colored bell peppers, tomatoes, things like that have a very, very high vitamin C content. And actually now I saw where they're treating a lot of coronavirus cases with vitamin C, so hey, you can get that naturally through this. And also try to avoid foods that contain a lot of high sugar and processed flour. Again, that's usually your snack foods and your fun foods. And during this time, you certainly can enjoy some of that, but don't make it your steady diet, because that's going to weaken your system more, and you may be more susceptible to this. So, and try to prepare the vitamin C, these other good foods, in a manner that makes it enjoyable to eat, and also knowing that it's going to give you great benefit through this. And again, giving your body every chance it has to deal with this, so it's not going to be such a major complication if you do happen to come down with that.
All right, another way you can improve your immune system is exercise. This one might be a little harder to do in the current situation, just because most of the gyms and health clubs have been closed. But that doesn't mean that you can't get outside and that you can't go for a walk, get some light activity going. Yoga is a great way, and I know YouTube has a ton of videos online, that you can just set up beginner's yoga and just get a little bit of extra activity throughout your day. Get your blood pumping, get circulating. When the blood pumps and circulates, it's going to bring new healing factors to areas of your body. It's going to get the old blood pushed out and get that back to the heart, get it reoxygenated so that it can work better. It can work like it's supposed to. That movement is also going to get the lymphatic system flowing, which is going to help rid the body of waste. And so moving around, exercising, getting that heart pumping, that's a great way to boost your immune system. And easy to do too while you maybe cooped up at home, maybe, quarantined. Get a little extra activity in throughout the day.
Okay, and again, de-stressing. Now, many times people, they really get tuned into these news organizations that are really basically enhancing their views of this whole coronavirus, and really causing a lot of stress in the manner in which they report this. Again, this is something we're all going to get through, but the news organizations really sensationalize this a lot, and it gets a lot, and a lot of people causes a lot of stress, and again, it's going to affect your immune system. So, it's important to keep up to date with what's going on, but get away from it after you get the pertinent information you need. And the best thing you can do is basically get the funniest movie that you enjoy, or watch your funny sitcoms. Turn on your favorite comedian. It's on YouTube. Anything that's going to make you laugh, because that is going to enhance your immune system greatly. So take a break from Facebook. Take a break from the news organizations, and don't let these things be constantly engaged with them, because again, that's going to be more harmful than good.
Another way to boost your immune system is going to be sleep. Sleep at rest is very important. That's when our bodies heal. That's when they regenerate tissues and grow new cells, all that stuff that's important and essential to healing. 6 to 8 hours of solid sleep is going to be ideal for most. Nowadays they have an app you can get on your phone that tracks your sleep. You put it right on your bed, and so that can get more personalized. But for most people, they're going to fall within that 6 to 8 hours of solid sleep. You want to set a constant bedtime and a constant wake time. That allows your body to depend on that sleep And getting into a routine too is going to help in other areas of your life. So that sleep definitely comes into play when we're talking about the function of the immune system. If you start to see your sleep being affected, that's when we really see problems start to compound. And so very important to get your sleep, and the best way to do it is set yourself a bedtime and a wake time, especially nowadays in quarantine when you don't really have much else going on.
Now, I came across an interesting fact some time ago, and now more than ever, this is just a great little tidbit of information to give. Um, in this, they said about 1 minute of anger weakens your immune system for 4 to 5 hours, but 1 minute of laughter boosts the immune system for 24. Just like I was just saying just a couple minutes ago, get away from the news sources. Get something that really makes you laugh, no matter what that is, and that's going to boost that immune system, because watching that constant news is definitely going to drag you down. So get the information you need, but hey, get your favorite whatever tickles your funny bone there. Get that in, get some good laughing in, and that will. And hopefully this whole crisis will pass at God's speed, and we'll be able to get back to some type of normalcy again. But through the whole process, just do everything you can to keep your system up. You may encounter the coronavirus. It doesn't mean it's a death sentence. The better your system is, because it's the only thing that's going to deal with it. You may just get nicked by it, and there's a lot of people who survived this as well. So, so focus on the positive, and we all get through this together.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here for our monthly health talk. If you have any questions, feel free to post on Facebook and ask us. We'll get back to you. Message us on Facebook is a good way to get a hold of us. Also, calling into the office. Most of our doctors are reachable. And so if you have any questions, let us know. We can help you out. We can get your questions answered. That's very easy for us. And we all really like to answer people's questions. Make sure people know what's going on. Make sure people know how their bodies work, because ultimately that's how it's going to, if you know how something works, you're going to be able to utilize it a lot better. So if you know, the more you know about your body, the better it's going to be. The more you know about chiropractic, the better you can utilize it to get you further in life. And so, Dr. Thad, do you have anything else?
I just want to wish everybody the best. Everybody stay well, and we're all going to get through this, and take care. And like Dr. Nico said, if you have any question about anything that we can possibly help, please contact us, and keep you on the right path to get through this as quick as we can.
All right, everybody, have a good night.
Take care.